Now, I want to start with something that I hear from agents constantly, and something I honestly used to feel myself. The idea that a brand is a luxury problem, that it's something you work on after you've made it, after you've got the big listings, the glossy photos, and the mountain view properties. And I get why it feels that way. When you look at the agents who seem to have the strongest brands online, a lot of them seem like they are in higher end markets. They've got stunning content almost by default because the product itself is actually stunning. But here's what I've come to understand. Brand is not about the price point of your listing. Brand is about whether people feel like they know you before they ever even call you, whether they trust you before they've met you, and whether they've already decided you're their agent before the conversation even starts. And that has nothing to do with what you're actually selling. It has everything to do with how consistently you show up and what you say when you do. So let me tell you what that means when I say brand, because I don't mean a logo, I don't mean your color palette, and I don't mean a fancy website. In practice, my brand is the collection of impressions someone builds about me every time they encounter my content. Every market update video, every neighborhood walkthrough, every time I show up on Instagram and say something real about what it's actually like to be an agent right now. Those impressions stack. Over time, someone who has never met me has a picture of who I am, how I work, what they care about, and whether they want to be in my world. That picture is the brand. And the reason I talk about this in context of the streamline and scale system is that brand is not separate from your business systems. It's the output of them. When my content workflow is organized and consistent, which is step 1 and 2 of the system, the brand takes care of itself. You show up enough times with enough consistency, and then the positioning happens naturally. Now let me get a little more specific, because I think building your brand is one of those pieces of advice that sounds great and means nothing without actual tactics behind it. The first thing I do is to stay hyper local. Everything I create is about my market, specific neighborhoods, what the market is actually doing right now in my city, not the national trends, not the general real estate advice that could apply anywhere. Tucson, because the person I want to work with is here, and when they search for someone who is in this market, I want to be the answer that they find. The second thing is storytelling. I share what I'm actually doing, not a polished version of my business, but the real version. What's working, what I'm still figuring out, what changed my thinking this week. That kind of content is unfakeable. Nobody else tells my story, and it creates a connection that a headshot on a just sold sign will never do. The third thing is consistency over perfection. I post on a schedule, not when I feel inspired, not when I have the perfect listing to show, but on schedule. Because the agents and clients who eventually reach out to me have usually been watching for a while. They didn't find me in one video, they found me in a pattern of showing up consistently. I want to be concrete about what this actually looks like on a practical level when you're not working with a $2 million property market. A market update video doesn't require a luxury listing. It requires knowing your market and being willing to get on camera and talk about it. I do those regularly, and they consistently bring me the most engaged viewers because agents and buyers in Tucson are searching for exactly that information. A neighborhood guide doesn't require you to have sold there. It requires you to know the area and present it in a way that's useful to someone who's considering it. I've made neighborhood content for areas where I haven't had a single listing, and it still positions me as the local expert because I'm the one who made the video. Behind the scenes content is showing what it actually looks like to run this business. The tools I use, the systems I've built, the honest reality of being an agent right now. That content has nothing to do with price point. It has everything to do with being real. And real is what builds trust, especially in this business. The brand I'm building isn't luxury agent in Tucson. It's the agent who actually shows up, actually knows this market, and is building something worth paying attention to. This is a brand anyone can build. It takes consistency, a lot of consistency. And I want to keep it honest here, like I always do. I'm not at the finish line with this. My brand is still being built. There are weeks where the content is tight and the systems are running smoothly. And there are weeks where I'm filming later than I wanted to, and the edit is a little rougher than I'd like. What I'm still figuring out is the visual consistency side, making sure that the look and the feel of everything I put out is cohesive enough that someone can scroll my feed and my channel and immediately know that it's me. That right there is a huge work in progress, but what I've already seen is this. The agents and clients who reach out to me after watching my content are not asking whether I've sold a $3 million home. They're reaching out because they feel like they already know me, and that is what a brand is supposed to do. If you're an agent working on the same thing, trying to figure out how to build something that positions you without relying on the listings you have right now, text me at 520-980-9880. I'm not teaching this, I'm doing it. And I'm always happy to compare notes with someone who's thinking about it the same way that I am. And if this was useful, hit the subscribe button. Every week, I share what I'm actually doing to build this business, the content, the systems, and the real results. You'll see it first. And if you're an agent who wants to build something like this and you want to connect, text me, or you can book a call through the link in the description. If this sounds like something you would like to explore or maybe even partner, I would love to chat.